Visual communication is an important part of helping all of our students, but especially ESL students, understand what our expectations are. I'm sorry that I can't be there today in person, but hopefully this presentation will help everyone come up with some new ways to think about how to communicate our expectations to our students, especially our ESL students. Icons are everywhere in our current society. Many that were developed in the USA and Japan in the technology industries have become nearly worldwide in their ubiquity. The power, play, fast forward, pause, and math symbols are easy examples. The web, especially since 2000 and the post-bubble Web 2.0 development of new social media, has taken the application icon and made it a part of our everyday interactions online. Sharing information involves choosing which icons to engage when we post items. But complex and involved tasks have long involved symbol and color systems that send us a lot of information immediately and create a sort of shorthand that helps us make decisions while engaged in other activities, like driving a car. As the world has become more international and globalism has become a reality in our airports, restaurants, bus stations, hotels, and the like, we've developed symbol systems to direct people to basic human needs, as well as ways to warn people of various dangers. Last school year, I met with a great deal of resistance from ESL students who either ignored instructions, forgot them, or guessed what I wanted instead of trying to read the detailed directions I associated with assignments. By far, the biggest struggle was getting students to write assignments in their notebooks. They wanted to do only the online electronic components of assignments, but often forgot to do manual writing or didn't know they were supposed to. It struck me that I could accomplish quite a bit by employing icons for the purpose of instructions, things that students often took for granted, thinking they knew what I wanted or asking other students what to do instead of reading the instructions for themselves. I began with easy images that would be familiar and immediately send the message I wanted to convey. Using a YouTube icon was clearly a message that students needed to watch a video. Another point of resistance was in getting students to use hard copy paper dictionaries instead of online sources for definitions. By using an image of the book cover for the dictionary recommended for the class, I was able to reinforce the use of the hard copy book. Haiku already makes use of visual cues to show file types like uploaded PDF files. It also points to discussion tools with the common word balloon icon. And of course, editing text content in Haiku utilizes the familiar Microsoft Word style of WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get, interface for composing text and formatting it. Most of us, along with our students, understand at least half of what these icons mean. A simple tool tip: hovering your mouse pointer over the button until a box with text pops up will usually explain what's not clear. But I wanted to very clearly communicate the requirement that they do both online work and handwritten work to reinforce different learning methodologies: visual, kinesthetic, writing, typing, etc. I did a few Google searches for icons that would fit my needs and made a folder full of useful small images I could embed in my assignments. I found simple pics that communicated "do it on your computer," the red circle with the laptop, and "this is a creativity exercise," the paintbrushes, along with "you've seen this in class before," the review chalkboard. I found an icon that showed a pencil in the act of writing, on a sheet of paper and used it to signal the act of writing, but then used a simple green icon that looked like a spiral notebook to show where I wanted things recorded. I even started marking the points for assignments and units and posting it consistently in the same spot on each haiku page, upper right part of the sidebar. Since my class was largely autonomous, that is to say self-paced, and allowing for student choice in the order of completing assignments, I often had to distinguish tasks that had specific due dates from the self-paced components. I found images that helped me communicate the days when items were expected to be completed. I sometimes also embedded imagery into my explanations to increase student interest and to help them grasp somewhat complex or abstract ideas. I also used desktop-style file type indicators when I posted a PDF, for example. I made a lot of use of the website Quizlet.com and used the logo to make it clear that students should post there. In looking for examples for this tutorial and familiarizing myself with the standards of AP English curriculum planning, I found this. The use of the icons for the course objectives is rather inspired. The images of the gears inside the head reinforces the message of the bold turquoise text expressing the more abstract conceptual intentions behind the class. The assignments folder reinforces the text with imagery. The red active implication of the chevrons above expectations also sends a message to students that they will need to invest time and energy. The other part of this that's well done from a visual rhetoric perspective is the limited number of fonts, the simple choice of 3 colors, and then only using variations of saturation. For example, how red is that part, or size. The final part of this that I'm sure you're all wondering is, how do I do this myself? It may seem harder than it really should be. You can do these things in Haiku, and you can do these things inside Google Docs or Microsoft Word. Very soon, I'll have a how-to document available on Google Drive or in Haiku. Hopefully this will help you as you move forward to communicate more clearly with your students and use visual cues to get the results that you desire. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.